What's going on, fam? This your main man, KC4L, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. I told y'all that I really wasn't going to review anything concerning the E, but I have to because it seems like once again we find ourselves in the IWC uplifting one company over the other when both companies are just producing filth. Now, let's call it a spade a spade. The E right now is being carried by the Bloodline. Let's call it for what it is. The Bloodline is the hottest thing going right now in the E. I don't give a rat's behind about Crown Joke. Crown Joke is not even getting my viewership. I don't give a dang that they doing Randy Orton and Kevin. I don't give a crap about it. They could have saved that foolishness and put it on Smackdown. That's what Triple H loved to do. He loved to take matches that should be at pay-per-views and put them on regular TV. Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton, that's a SmackDown television match if you ask me. But they doing it at Crown Joke because they want fools to tune in to Crown Joke. No, I ain't wasting my time with that crap. Cody Rhodes cut one of the most dullest promos I've ever seen in my life. H is trying his best to get people to be in. Listen, he already screwed up Jakara and Lash Legend from last week. So you're trying to force feed this so-called beef between Jade and Bianca. It ain't working, dog. And I hate to say it, you're almost promoting Jade and Bianca as if they the heels now. It's like H don't know what he's doing. He don't have the slightest clue. Now, Jay pulled up. Great. He pulled up, and you got all kind of foolishness going on. Roman and Jimmy trying to get him on board. He ain't want nothing to do with it. So it resulted in both Roman and Jimmy getting demolished by Solo and them. That's basically what happened on SmackDown. AEW land. There is a lot of people who are mixed about the whole hostile takeover from Moxley and Company. Moxley and Company are trying to make things interesting. There are people just constantly just taking a dump on this company because they constantly want this company to fail. But I tell you every day, if they fail, we as wrestling fans fail, period. We all fail. Because H, he just going to continue to be as lazy as he wants to be. We talk about Tony Khan not putting logic gaps together and that foolishness he pulled on Saturday night. This is exactly why I tell that clown to quit booking eliminator matches. We didn't need to see Anna Jay and Mariah this fast. If you wanted those two to potentially meet up at doggone Full Gear, you got to build towards it, and he doesn't know how to do that. So I want to sit up here and I'm going to say, for the people who say I deep ride Tony Khan, listen to me and listen to me good. I'm trying to tell you right now, there are serious logic gaps when it's concerning his storytelling because all he knows is wrestling first. He needs to understand you cannot book a match before the pay-per-view and then have the champion get pinned in a non-title match. That to me is one of the most idiotic booking decisions in pro wrestling, period. It's straight stupid. That's why I'm so glad I didn't even waste my time. We didn't even take Collision for some reason. Collision didn't tape. Usually it tapes, so I did not watch Collision. But I straight up wasn't gonna watch no garbage battle with the belts. Because Tony Khan, what he does is he try to book certain cats to say, hey, look, you got to put forth an effort to get people to care. Battle with the Belts was a waste of time and money. It was a complete waste of time and money. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you right now, as I address pro wrestling as a whole, we had to keep it 100%. It's not just one company over the other. We must destroy both companies at the same exact time. Because we can uplift one and then dominate and destroy the other. No, it doesn't work like that. That's why I won't mention his name, but I saw, because I wasn't online yesterday. I got on this morning and I saw that everybody was clowning him for him hopping in his mentions. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to make people care. That is the number one thing. But you don't have to constantly keep coming at somebody because you don't like where they going. So what you going to do is you going to sit up here and call them out their name. No, forget that bull jive. Forget that foolishness. Listen, I come at TK, but I don't come at him disrespectful. I don't. What I do is I'll tell TK, like, listen, man, this is what I feel that you could do differently. I say it all the time. Don't keep doing something over and over and thinking that you're going to get a different result. That's insanity. It's not going to work. But you got other people who just sit up and just hate on this dude 24/7 all day long, over and over. And so when the cat say, look, I'm tired of this. You hop in my mentions, you best believe I'm gonna clap back. That's exactly what happened. And it is what it is. You should know who I'm talking about. I ain't mentioning the fool's name. You know who I'm talking about. But again, like I said, when it comes to criticizing Tony Khan, we got to keep that same energy for Triple H. We can't sit up here and give one a pass and then sit up here and say that no, it doesn't work like that, ladies and gentlemen. It genuinely does not work like that. And I'm here to say it right now. There are some good things going on in both companies, but there's a lot of crap in both. Like I say, Crown Joke, you not catching me wasting my time with that. Do not. I'm telling y'all right now, don't expect a review. I am not wasting my time. Even if Crown Joke mess around to be a good pay-per-view, I'm not reviewing it. I'm not wasting my time. Crown Joke is not getting my viewership. I can tell y'all that right now. It ain't. I'm not even wasting my time. Now, I am going to be watching Bound for Glory. I have not said anything about TNA because of what happened with my boy Scott D'Amore. Matter of fact, they actually did their pay-per-view, they debut, which is I forgot what it's called, and they had Don Callis and Mauro Ranallo on commentary. So I think Takeshita participated in it, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he defended the international championship at that show, if I'm not mistaken. So kudos to Scott D'Amore doing what he needs to do. Great, more pro wrestling. Like I said, if people don't like the E, if they don't like AEW, if you want to give Scott D'Amore's wrestling, if you, like I said, because a lot of y'all was hardcore TNA heads. If you don't want to watch TNA no more, you can keep up with whatever he's doing over there. But again, like I say, we got to keep it on the same page. We can't play this game because that's the biggest issue. You got people who deride both of these clowns. They deride Tony, they deride H. We can't do neither one. We got to keep everybody on we got to keep our foot on their helmets every day. Every day. And that's why I've decided, like, you know what, let me go ahead and say what I need to say. Like I said, I did see Smackdown. I did watch Rampage. I did watch Collision. And I did not watch Battle of the Belts. Battle of the Belts, Tony Khan killed the idea. It's not worth. You don't put forth an effort to get people to care. Why the heck should we even bother watching? Same effort goes for Triple H on silly self. The bloodline is the only thing that's carrying WWE right now. The only thing. I don't care about nothing else that company's doing. Nothing. And that's on H. You think I would be caring about what's going on with everybody going on? I don't. We trying to build towards a crappy pay-per-view that don't nobody give a dang about. It's on H. You got to blame one clown. I ain't blaming Vince. I'm blaming H. H is it. Every time the TV show go off, who name pull up? Paul Levesque. His name pulls up. You don't say nothing about no Vince McMahon. I'm tired of people keep talking about Vince. Vince is done. We finished talking about that circus clown. And I have not finished that doggone review. Documentary. I saw the first 4 episodes. I will watch the last 2 and I'll give a thorough review of that doggone documentary. And that's the only time I'll address Mr. McMahon. Outside of that, strictly the E concerning Triple H, strictly AEW concerning Tony Khan. That's what we do over here. We keep everybody's foot on the hill. We don't sit up here and sugarcoat for nobody. And that's the biggest problem in the IWC. You got people planting the flag for the E. They plant the flag for AEW. I don't plant the flag for neither one of these clowns. Neither one. We gotta, like I said, we gotta let people know what's really going on, and that's the problem in IWC. Nobody wants to tell the truth. Nobody. All we want to do is either hate on one and uplift the other. No, we can't do that over here. So right now, as we're heading towards full gear, there are some things I like what TK is doing, but there are some things that he needs to drastically change on how he's booking. Because a lot of people was really on his helmet about the Adam Cole and MJF situation. I'm here to say it like this. They tried their best to give an explanation, even though it really didn't make no sense what everybody is saying right now. But I think what they should have done, the whole deal is Adam Cole just wants to beat him. He couldn't do it. He wanted what he had, and he couldn't get it by doing it, on his own merit. So he had to go the sneaky conniving way. And that thing didn't work because Cats got injured. And that's what I hate. The whole thing flopped because of injuries. That's one of the biggest issues with this company is fools just find ways to get hurt. They find ways to get hurt. You got to work. Look here. Adam Copeland pulled himself because he decided to jump off the doggone steel cage. Now he out of commission. Fools find ways to get hurt in this company. You got to protect yourself. Protect those you in the ring with. That's the biggest issue. What the whole storyline should be, the reason why I did what I did is because I couldn't beat you. I'll admit, yes, you evil. You know, I thought we were tight. I thought we were cool. But I wanted what you had, which at the time was the AEW World Championship. But now, all I want to do is just beat the brakes off of you. That's it. That's my only explanation. You pinned me twice and I've never beaten you yet. But I want to get you. I want to beat the brakes off of you. As for DG is up and coming. I said Operation DG starts. I said Operation Private Party starts now. That's what TK is trying. Yes, these fools have been irrelevant for the last 4 to 5 years. Guess whose fault that is? Tony Khan. He's trying to revamp, and a lot of people, everybody want to keep going back to blame CM Punk. That situation, yes, it drastically hurted this company. And it was, like I kept saying, it's on everybody. People want to just blame TK and them. No, we got to blame CM Punk. We got to blame Jack Perry. We got to blame everybody who were involved. The so-called EVPs. The only ones that seemed to wanted to work together was Kenny Omega and CM Punk. But like I said, it's over. We got to move the heck on. Food's still just hanging on to that. And that's one of the major reasons why a lot of people is like, you know what, I don't really care about this company. And then they run it over here to the E thinking that Triple H is doing a swell job. No, he ain't. You tell me the last good pay-per-view that Triple H put on outside of WrestleMania. You let me know. I'm waiting. I'll wait. See, this circus clown, he think less is more, and that's the thing. Yeah, he think less is more, and for all the wrong reasons. When Tony Khan should take that mindset and do 8 matches on his show. He wants to have 15,000 matches on the show that don't have no type of story whatsoever. Triple H, on the other hand, be having multiple storylines going on, some better than others, and he decides to put the ones that are crap on the pay-per-view and say, I'm just going to stick with the 5. That's terrible booking. I don't give a dang what these so-called Triple H D-Riders have to say. I don't care. What he needs to do is add at least 7 matches on the pay-per-view for WWE, or my bad, I keep saying pay-per-view. Premium live event is perfect for Triple H. That is perfect. You can do more than 5. Tony, cut your doggone pre-show short. 1 match on your doggone pre-show is all you need. The pre-show should be the last attempt for people to go out their way to spend $40 to $50 on these doggone pay-per-views you be booking. That's what the pre-show is for. Not to constantly book matches that don't, storylines that don't even make no type of sense and think, hey, look, let me watch this dude do 15 million flips and dives. That's what's going to get me to tune into the show. No, that's not what's going to do it. You got to tell better stories. I say this all the time. For the people in the back who keep telling me I'm a Triple H I'm a Tony Khan D writer. No, he needs to do a better job at telling stories. And from what I've seen, I thought this previous Dynamite was solid. For me, it may not have been for you, but I thought for me it was solid. Tell better stories. Less matches on your pay-per-views. 8 is perfect. Heck, I would tolerate 10. If you want to put two matches on your pre-show, 8 on your card, that's perfect. That's the furthest you need to go. I don't need 13. I don't need 14. Everything ain't all in. All in, you can go out there and do all that. Every other pay-per-view, Full Gear, the first Full Gear, if I'm not mistaken, I had 8 matches, which was fine. That was fine. But TK, he got the whole, I gotta make sure everybody in the grandma don't deserve to be on the show. Like I said, we trying to revamp DG. We trying to revamp OC. We trying to revamp Private Party. We're trying to get Darby Allin to where he needs to be. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, Darby's going to defeat Moxley at World's End. But Christian Cage is going to ruin that moment. I'm calling it right now. We ain't even at World's End. World's End is 2 months from now. I'm just telling you what's to come. Over in WWE land, it's the bloodline civil war that's carrying everything. Get me to Survivor joke / war games. That's when I would be more invested in what's going on in the E land. Now I'm not 50% say I'm not gonna watch because I watch every week. I've been watching Raw more than I've been watching SmackDown, but at the Crown Joke, I will be watching, and I will do my best to come on to give a thorough, unbiased, honest review for everything. I do my best. Because like I said, with the work I do, I'm out there all day, all night. I do not feel like coming in after I'm out there on the streets doing what I need to do, trying to do a review, sit up here, and then like I said, in the morning times I'm on my way to work. It's the same thing. I'm trying to focus on the driving and traffic. But there's no excuse. I need to continue to build this channel. That's what this is all about. And I appreciate everybody who rocks with me, regardless if you agree or disagree with what I'm saying. But I'm just telling you right now, as the state of pro wrestling, regardless of the E or AEW or whatever, things need to drastically change for everybody. AEW is trying. They could do so much better. That crap that he pulled at doggone Battle with the Belt, that was stupid. I don't give a damn what nobody has to say. Don't rush the match. I do not. I told him. Listen. When I go into that man's mentions, when I go into Tony Khan's mentions, I try to be as polite as I can. I tell him like, "Hey man, don't do that, bro. This is not what you need to do. Just do a better job at getting said person." A lot of people was crying about Mercedes right now. A lot of people is crying about the women. I'm like, look, the women is right there. It's just you gotta get people to care. Mercedes situation right now, I think it's because there's nobody built up to go after her. Now they trying to do Chris because I think on Dynamite it's gonna be Camille versus Chris or whatever. So that would lead to Mercedes versus Chris at Full Gear. But I don't want to see them wrestle before we get to Full. I don't want to see it. That's what Tony Khan he falls prey to. He think we got to see the match before the match. No, we do not. And that's what I be hating about his book. And it's like he just think the rest of the match is what does it. No. If you build towards said match, cats will have more interest in what you're doing. Again, guess what? Now people say, you know what? Now I can't wait to see said match. But this booking storylines based on the rest of the match itself, that ain't it, homie. It ain't cutting. Because a lot of people keep talking about the doggone ratings. And I say, well, I'm not finna sit up here and give the excuse that cable's obsolete and all this crazy crap. If you want, listen, fools gonna go out their way to watch a baseball game. Fools are going to go out their way to watch a football game. Fools are going to go out their way to watch a doggone basketball game or whatever. They're going to go out their way. Why? Guess what? And pro sports, for people who've been living on the rock, pro sports is pro wrestling as well, too. Ain't nothing real about pro sports. Nothing. It's all scripted. Whoever going to win the World Series has already been predetermined. They figure that stuff out before the season even starts. It's already predetermined. And I think, it depends on tonight, whatever the Mets decide to do with the Mets forcing Game 7, we're going to have a New York World Series. It's going to be the Yankees versus the Mets. But if the Dodgers take care of business, it's going to be cross-coast. It's going to be Dodgers versus Yankees. And I think the script writers want LA to win. I could be wrong as two left shoes, but if it does become a New York World Series, I'm going to take the Mets. I'm just telling you what the script writers that I already put out there. The script writers want you to think the Yankees are about to get number 28. No, that was a dead giveaway. That was just, let's just send them to the World Series. Back to this stuff. Again, figure out a way to get people invested. Like I said, right now, they kind of got me invested. Moxie and them pulled up on Collision. I saw that doggone promo. They tired of the bull job. Again, Tony Khan put the title on his main ace. Why do you think he put the title back on his main ace? Because he know Moxie know how to get people to where they need to go. The problem is everybody else ain't where he is right now. You got all these clowns that's been there just lollygagging, just doing flips and dives and thinking, oh, I got a couple of matches on Rampage. I did a couple of things on Collision. It's not going to work. Then you come to Dynamite and you just job out all day. No, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. It really doesn't. So this is pretty much my address to what's going on right now. I had to drop something. Forgive me for sounding like this. Like I said, thank God I'm just getting over this situation, but I'm good. I'm whole in Jesus' name, and just doing what the Bible say, call things just be not as though they were. I am whole. I am healed in Jesus' name. But that's that, man. I ain't got really nothing else to say. You already know. Like I said, I belly ached. I said what I had to say, and I just be all open and all as authentic as I possibly can. Y'all cats know what to do. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a doggone comment. Tell me where is your mindset concerning all things pro wrestling. I don't want you to just say, oh yeah, the E is cooking and AEW is trash, or AEW is the greatest and the E is trash. I don't want to hear nothing about that. You tell me where your mindset is concerning all things pro wrestling. What's going on with you? You know, like I said, I love the interactions with my girl, Miss Ballet, my boy, Mr. Ken, some of the other cats that hop in my mentions. I probably, listen, how the heck can I even miss my man? Listen, I'm talking about you, bro. Me and my man Ace RBL, we had a kind of conversation. We kind of going back and forth about the situation. That, listen, we don't agree on everything, but we keep it civil. That's the one thing I can honestly respect. And speaking of which, that's the house I'm going over my homie's house to watch that doggone Bound for Glory. And like I said, I guess I will be doing the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. I have not kept up with TNA. I have not. But I'm going to watch that pay-per-view, and you'll get an honest, thorough review for it. And that, from what I saw, it's a total of 8 matches. I say I don't even pay attention to TNA, but at least they know how to get it right. 8 matches is the regular amount that should be on any type of pay-per-view or PLE. Unless it's like your major show. Your major show, you can get at least 10 or 11, 12 matches. It doesn't matter. But like regular pay-per-views or PLEs, 7, 8 matches is the max. That's fine. So I'm going to give TNA all the props. I have not watched them ever since they kicked my boy Scott D'Amore to the curb. But I will be going over. I'll be going over my guy's house to watch the pay-per-view, and it's that. So anyway, y'all know what to do. Hit the comment section up. Hit the like button. New to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I will talk to you cats later. This is your main man, KC4LWrestlingtakes. I'll let your boy.